Can math really predict what you're going to do next? It sounds like science fiction, right? Like something out of a movie where computers know our every move. But what if I told you that the math to predict human behavior already exists, and it's all around us, shaping our world in ways we barely notice? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating and slightly unsettling world of mathematical sociology and predictive analytics. Get ready to have your mind blown. So, where did this all start? Well, one of the earliest and most famous examples comes from a surprising place: predicting marriages. In the 1970s, psychologist John Gottman and mathematician James Murray teamed up. They wanted to know if they could predict which married couples would stay together and which would divorce. They brought couples into their love lab, had them discuss a point of conflict, and meticulously coded their interactions. They tracked every eye roll, every defensive comment, every moment of affection. Then came the math. They developed a set of differential equations, the same kind of math used to model everything from fluid dynamics to planetary orbits. But instead of planets, their variables were things like positivity and negativity in the conversation. What they found was astonishing. Their model could predict with over 90% accuracy whether a couple would divorce within a few years. It wasn't about the topic of the argument. It was about the dynamic ratio of positive to negative interactions. The magic number was 5 to 1. For every one negative interaction, a healthy relationship needed at least 5 positive ones to thrive. It's a powerful idea. The fate of a relationship could be described by a mathematical formula. But predicting divorce is one thing. What about predicting the behavior of entire crowds or societies? This is where things get even more interesting. Enter the world of agent-based modeling. Imagine you want to understand a traffic jam. Instead of trying to write one giant equation for the whole system, you create a simulation with hundreds of individual agents, in this case, digital cars. You give each car a simple set of rules: maintain a safe distance, don't exceed the speed limit, change lanes if you're going too slow. When you run the simulation, you don't just get a bunch of cars driving around. You see complex, emergent behavior. You see phantom traffic jams that appear out of nowhere, just like on the highway. A single driver tapping their brakes can create a ripple effect that slows down hundreds of cars behind them. This isn't magic. It's the result of simple rules interacting on a massive scale. And this same principle can be applied to people. Scientists use agent-based models to predict how crowds will move during an emergency, helping design safer stadiums and buildings. They model the spread of ideas or memes through social networks, figuring out how a piece of information goes viral. Each person is an agent with simple rules. You are more likely to share something if your friends share it, or if it aligns with your beliefs. Run the simulation, and you can watch an idea explode across a digital population. This brings us to the biggest player in the game: the algorithms that run our digital lives. Every time you watch a video, like a post, or buy something online, you're feeding data into a massive mathematical model. Companies like Netflix, Amazon, and TikTok use this data to build a startlingly accurate profile of you. Their goal is to predict your next move. Netflix's recommendation engine doesn't just look at what you've watched, it looks at what people like you have watched. It groups you into taste clusters with thousands of other people. If you and a stranger both loved a specific sci-fi series and a particular stand-up special, the algorithm predicts you'll probably also enjoy the new historical drama that stranger just binged. It's using the collective behavior of millions to make a personalized prediction for one. And it works. These recommendations keep us engaged, keep us watching, keep us clicking. The math is designed to understand our desires, often before we understand them ourselves. This predictive power is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can be incredibly useful. It helps us discover new music and movies, connects us with old friends, and even helps doctors predict disease outbreaks by tracking search queries for symptoms. But there's a darker side. These same models can be used to influence our opinions and behaviors. By showing us a specific sequence of content, an algorithm can subtly shape our worldview, reinforcing our existing biases and creating echo chambers. It can predict which users are most susceptible to certain types of messaging and target them with pinpoint accuracy. The math isn't just predicting our behavior anymore. It's actively trying to steer it. So, are we just puppets controlled by mathematical strings? Not exactly. The key thing to remember is that these models are all based on probability, not certainty. They make educated guesses. They can predict that a person with your browsing history is likely to buy a certain product, but they can't force you to click Add to Cart. Human behavior is still wonderfully, and sometimes frustratingly, unpredictable. We have free will, we have emotions, we have random impulses that defy any equation. The future of this field is both exciting and daunting. As we gather more and more data from wearable tech, smart homes, and our digital footprints, these predictive models will only become more powerful and more accurate. We'll be able to model complex social phenomena with incredible precision, from economic shifts to political movements. This raises huge ethical questions that we, as a society, need to answer. How do we use this power responsibly? Where do we draw the line between helpful personalization and manipulative control? Understanding the math behind it all is the first step. It's not about being scared of the algorithms. It's about being aware of how they work so we can make informed choices in a world that's increasingly run by them. The math of human behavior is here to stay, and it's changing what it means to be human. Thanks for watching. If you found this as fascinating as I do, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the science and technology shaping our world. See you in the next one.